The Unchanging I. Hello, it's Jeff. So I want to start with a quote from a meditation teacher named Jean Klein. Quote, "Even though your body and mind have changed dramatically since childhood, you've always used the word I to refer to yourself. What is this I? The one who has experienced your life from infancy until today, through all the changes, but has itself remained unchanged." End quote. Okay, so in today's daily trip, we're going to explore this mysterious sense of I. It's a bit of a different kind of meditation, more about trying on a particular understanding than focusing attention in a particular way. So, try to stay open and let's see what happens. Okay, eyes open or closed, up to you. Take a few deep breaths to get settled. Nice long exhales, softening the face and shoulders, maybe breathing out any tension. So all sounds and sensations and thoughts around you and inside you, they're all allowed to be here. Everything is allowed to rise and fall. And for your part, no uptightness, just this open, awake curiosity. Okay, so from this place, instead of projecting your attention out to sounds or sights or sensations, turn it around 180 degrees and get curious about your awareness itself. Awareness, it's a bit like the open sky, the space through which different things are illuminated, sights and sounds and feelings and thoughts. Each of these passes through the open sky of your awareness at their own pace, a bit like a cloud. Some are steady and continuous. Others are briefer, more intermittent. But what's always here, what never changes, is the sky, the space of awareness itself. So see if you can rest in this understanding for a bit. If thoughts come up, let them just pass through the open sky while you rest as awareness. Good. So just resting as this open awareness, all sensations, sounds, thoughts appearing and disappearing. Keep going. Okay, so we're sitting in this open, aware way. And as we do this, we can also practice a particular understanding, which is this. What if the most intimate feeling of being you, the very awareness that's listening to these words right now, were actually the identical awareness from when you were a kid? In other words, what if your body and thoughts and personality were a bit like clothing that changed with the times? And what if they had nothing to do with the vivid sense of I that right now is shining through your experience? So let's just pretend this is true for a few minutes and see how it feels. We can kind of play here with some of the potential implications. For example, if you really are this unchanging awareness, that means the you that's aware right now isn't quite subject to time in the way we imagined. It's like you have a foot outside of time. So can you kind of rest in that understanding for a bit, trying it on? Okay, let's keep going here. If you really are this unchanging awareness, that also means the you that's aware right now is somehow utterly still and at rest, even within all these moving thoughts and feelings. So can you be that stillness for a bit and see how that feels? So if you really are this unchanging awareness, that means the you that's aware right now, the simplest experience of you, is already complete and lacks nothing. Can you practice resting in that simple fulfillment? So when meditation teachers talk about the illusion of the self, they're not saying the self doesn't exist. Rather, they're saying the self is not what it seems. They're saying the part of you that most feels like you is actually this luminous, self-aware mystery that somehow isn't subject to the constraints of time and space, the way your body is, the way your thoughts are. And this is literally mind-blowing. The mind blows itself apart trying to figure out how this could be true. And then the mind reacts. For example, it might name a dozen good reasons why this can't be true. Or maybe the mind is like, sounds like a bunch of baloney, not for me. These are all absolutely fine as responses, and they might be true. For me, it's more like, if this understanding feels helpful and exciting to you, then it's something to explore. If not, it's absolutely fine to discard it. There are many ways to meditate. I will say that for myself, I don't experience this as a rigid belief. It's more like something I get to play with, like any other practice. And in the playing, it's like I get to explore this 2-for-1 identity. So I have this body and mind, obviously, that I live in and feel in and develop male pattern baldness in. And that's obviously all true. And at the same time, what happens if I practice knowing that there's this unlimited peace right inside my awareness? And when I stand here and do this, I get this deep feeling that I've always been okay. That my true nature is peace. And this understanding starts to connect me outward to everyone and everything. And I'm like, why wouldn't I play with that? So that's the thinking. Explore if you like. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes. Thank you. I'll see you back here tomorrow for something completely different.